Hello? Hey, Jeff, what's going on, man? Hey, look, it's summer and I'm just trying to get myself ready. I know you've got a bunch of videos and stuff, but I just haven't really been watching them. And I'm wondering, and I love your channel though, but what am I supposed to do here to get ready for summer in 2 weeks? Jeff? Bro, with that? Broseph? Jeff? What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, AthleanX.com. You didn't do it again, did you? Did you forget to get ready for summer? Have you been hibernating all winter long and now you just remembered, because it's starting to get warm outside, that you have to do something actually to get yourself ready? Well, I'll tell you this. I will give you a game plan, but you got to promise me one thing. You got to promise me that you don't put yourself in the same position again next year, okay? All right, so here's what we have to do. I know this might scare some of you, but it starts and ends always with nutrition, especially if you're talking about trying to make fast changes. Now, I don't care whether your goal is to try to add muscle here in this short period of time to get ready, or if you're trying to lose body fat. Both of them are going to need to be supported by proper nutrition. And when I talk about proper nutrition, you got to promise me that that doesn't mean that you're going to run out and do some sort of starvation diet or forget to eat it all, or you're going to do some kind of a cleanse, something radical. Guys, you don't need to do that. As a matter of fact, leading into my next point here, you better be fueling your body with the right types of food, and I mean actually fueling your body. You better not be avoiding carbohydrates. You better not be avoiding healthy fats. You better not be avoiding protein. You got to get this in if you're going to build lean muscle. And the fact of the matter is, you're going to be training your ass off over the next 4 weeks, because nothing worth having ever comes easy. And if you want to get something worth having, then you're going to have to put the work and the sweat in to do it. And I promise you, if you do that over the next few weeks, you are going to see some changes. Now, here's what you have to do. You got to start increasing the volume of your training. Let's face it, you only have 4 weeks to get something done. And if you only have 4 weeks, if you're doing targeted muscle group training, you're only going to get one muscle group in per week. If you stick to that plan, you got to increase the frequency so that you can hit each area at least twice a week. But you don't just run and do everything haphazardly. You want to have a plan that allows you to train each muscle group heavy, overload, as hard as you can, one time, and then go for the real dedicated, isolated tension on that muscle group. And we could do it here in one example with our side lateral raise. I'm showing you sort of the difference here. The first thing I'm doing is a cheat lateral. And yeah, there's a lot of cheat involved in cheat lateral. It got its name for a reason, but what I'm trying to do is take a weight that I don't normally lift in a concentrated, really selective way, but I add some momentum to it so that I can overload the eccentric and I can allow my muscles to sustain a load that they're not used to. That's going to spark the stimulus for new growth. We need it. We need it, especially if we're trying to make fast changes. But on the other end of the spectrum, we're going to have to come back and hit that muscle with real dedicated concentrated tension. So I can do that with a 1.5 rep style on the same side lateral raise. Okay? And we're actually allowing the muscle to feel every single inch of the contraction, as we did a little bit opposite of what we did here with the heavy cheat lateral. But both ways we're sustaining different types of load enough to cause the stimulus for growth. You're going to want to take that same approach for every single muscle that you have and put it together here to make sure that we're hitting every area twice a week. But then comes in sort of the weak point training. And when it comes to summer, like it or not, some of these areas are going to have to be seen. And if calves are one of your weak areas, you're going to have to add some extra weak point training. What I like to do is recommend, especially for calves, that you add 3 dedicated sessions of calf work in per week. Now, that doesn't mean all out 30 and 45-minute sessions. You should know me better by now. We don't need to do that even for an entire workout. With our calves, go for 5 sets and do the exercise that I'm showing you here. I shared this with you on this channel weeks ago. Guys who've already started implementing it, guys who were the calf-nots, have already told me, Jeff, you won't believe how good the results I'm getting from just a single exercise. So do it. Do it 5 times, 5 sets, 3 times a week. I promise you, between now and just a few weeks from now, you will see some changes that will help you to step out on the beach with a little bit more confidence. And if it extends beyond that, maybe it needs to be your abs, because you are going to probably have to take your shirt off at some point with the hot weather on the way. With your ab training, you got to increase the frequency to 6 to 7 times a week. Why? Because there's something that happens when we increase especially with the abs being postural muscles, if we increase the frequency that we train them, you will increase the resting tone of the muscle. And that's a really important point. The resting tone is something that can change the look of a muscle just by the amount of resting tone that's there. It's great for your abs because it provides additional stability for and support for your back, but at the same time, it provides that extra visibility, provided you were listening to me back in the beginning of this video and you worked on that nutrition to make sure that you got your body fat down so that you could see your abs. But at the end of the day, the most important thing you can possibly do is listen to what I'm going to tell you right now. Don't put yourself in the same freaking position next year. You want to make sure that you're providing yourself with a consistent plan, one that's doable, one that you can follow. When I talked about the eating and the meal plans, if it's not something that you like and you enjoy, you're never going to stick with it in the long term. And what's going to happen is, even if you trick yourself into doing it for a few weeks so that you look good in the beginning of the summer, you're going to look like shit for the rest of the summer, and whoever's attention you attracted and tricked into wanting you in the beginning of the summer, they're going to be on to somebody else at the end of the summer. You have to make sure you have a 365-day approach to what it is you do. That's why I do all these videos. That's why I bring you the best information I can bring you on this channel to try to arm you with the ability to stay the way you want to be 365 days a year. I have a training program. We have our meal plans included in the training program. I walk you through step by step every day. All you got to do is come and listen to me and let me take you through that journey. I promise you, there'll be no more ups and downs. You're going to look great all year round. You're going to be able to do whatever you want to do all year round with confidence. Head to athletenext.com, guys, to get any of those training programs. In the meantime, if you found this video helpful, if you liked the little wake-up call, let me know. I'll make more of these videos, of course. You guys like the Jeff rant videos. Sometimes I got to give it to you the way you deserve it. All right, I'll be back here again in just a few days. In the meantime, we can get ready for summer or what?